This is Bear, and this is the first of a Sunday ramblings. I'm not really sure yet how to call them, but Sunday ramblings sounds like something I'd probably stick with. And I want to talk about AI and AI art specifically, because it's kind of like a relevant topic. Maybe not as relevant as I'm recording this. Well, earlier this week everyone was talking about it. And the reason why everyone was talking about it is because there was like a good few people. I saw also a few on like my Twitter timeline thingy who like posted AI images of themselves which are done in an app. I think it's an app. And that stirred the like conversation up a lot again about AI and AI art and if that could be considered real art or not. And I draw. I like to draw. It's a really nice thing I do, and so I wanted to share like my thoughts on this topic. And I think that it's kind of a discussion very similar to one earlier this year when NFTs were completely booming and all over the place. You couldn't escape them, basically. I think that I'm gonna throw up the like theory that the people who support NFTs and or supported NFTs in the past and the people who are currently saying that AI art also counts as real art is like a near perfect Venn diagram. I feel like those are nearly the same kind of people generally. Maybe some didn't agree with NFTs, some don't agree with AI now, but overall it seems to be mainly the same demographic. And I'm like really torn on AI, to put it simply, because I don't at all agree how like AI gets trained. Essentially, that's how it functions, so that like pictures are taken without the consent of the artist and thrown into this machine, so that machine can then produce another picture that is potentially behind a paywall. And this principle of it being behind a paywall is what makes me personally like the most mad about it, because a lot of these pictures, the majority of them, are put on the internet for free, and then someone codes a program that takes this art that's freely available and makes people pay money for it. For something that's not even their own, essentially. And I think you can have like an AI that works with images, but then pick images that are specifically used for this AI. So like you can go up to artists and ask, hey, can you draw me an image that I can use for this program so it can learn? Or you ask someone, hey, I like this picture, can I use it? And if they say no, then don't use it. And if they say yes, great. Problem solved. Because, like, programs in AI, I think they're interesting. I like to watch videos sometimes of people like coding AIs to like for like video games or something. To like do something like the Google Snake thingy, like when people make a program for that so I can solve that. I think that's really interesting. And I think like having technology that can learn is not a bad thing overall. It's just that the way people defend it right now is not at all the way it should go, essentially. Because like for art, we as humans, we can look at something and take inspiration from that and then draw it in our own style. like the robot I drew for this image, I've seen a lot of like robot characters before. Like SpongeBob, I think one of them is like a robot. I can't think of their name, but there's one, I know that. And I remember that, and I can use that for my own design, but then I make something else that comes from me instead of just copying what is there. While a program, an AI, would just take this image and then use that to build up on it instead of just taking some inspiration from it. And in case of like there being pictures that are within like the learning scape basically of the AI, while the artist didn't consent for them to be there, that is a problem. Also, I keep making noise, I'm so sorry. That is the problem. It's just like this non-consent of artists, that the art is being used for programs which they do not consent to. That is making such a huge debate. I've used like some like AI programs that make art, like what was the name? I can't think of the name. Dream, I think it is. I think it was the program was called Dream. Or like the crayon art. I like this because I like AI art that makes specific, like really horrific images. Like you look at it and you can immediately tell that was probably not drawn by a human, because the proportions aren't right. People have like inward faces or something, but things like that, I like those things. But if you just create something that's just used to take the art of others to make big boobed enemy waifus, then don't. Or ask for consent. Like, I don't get why it's so hard. And like, that's... AI can be used for good things. Like, I saw a video of someone who's a designer who used an AI to have this AI throw up like loads of different ideas for shoe designs, for like sneakers. And well, personally, then that's not really something that interests me all that much, to be completely honest. But like, this AI was able to create like hundreds of designs in like an hour or something, while if he would have been to like draw out all these design ideas himself, it would have taken like hundreds of hours, or like at least a lot more. And that is good. To like help others so that a human can build up on that again, but not just have this AI replace like the whole process of a human drawing something as a whole. That's also like another issue with it, because like for me personally, being a human is like a huge part of it is like creating something, be it art, be it writing, be it sculpture, anything. And like to take one of that and just assign it to like just a computer program that doesn't think, that's, I don't know, that might be going, like, currently for me at least, just a tiny step too far. That's like basically all I have so far. Like, basically my main point is that AIs aren't bad overall. It's just that there's a big consent issue and copyright issue that follows that, as of right now, of just a program taking the art of other artists without the artist knowing or consenting to that. Yeah, that's it. I don't have an outro. I should have thought of one before. Yay. Good talk. I hope to see you again. Bye.